This is the innovator of bombs, Tommy Dreamer, and you're listening to UWO, giving you all your wrestling action and podcasting to the extreme.
Hey everybody. Give me a minute.
My baby!
Give me a minute. I'm gonna need a minute.
Oh, Jesus. Need a fan.
Welcome everybody, UWO podcast. We're gonna try. We'll hold it together. As you can see, we're on a two-man power trip again today. This week, our resident loyalist puppet, Kyle Chapman, couldn't be here today. He's taking it really hard. If you guys can, just hit him up and send him quick prayers emojis, and the shutdown of 2.0. Man, it affected us all hard, but it hit Kyle Chapman the hardest.
Really did. Poor guy. He
He
has his face in a box of tissues right now.
Stay strong, my friend. We're here for you. We'll hold it down for you.
POP, holding it down.
Take care of my man. I know he's sobbing hard.
Really
Make sure you change the pillow, because I don't want him to drown in tears in the pillow.
His head gets shiny at times. It's condensation.
Man, get him out. Man. Tell him to go for a walk. Clear his head. Be strong. Be strong, my friend. Yes, the rainbow has come to an end.
Unfortunately.
Oh my God. What would the alphabet people do now? Think of the alphabet people.
Thought he used up one last time. Chase you, baby, chase you.
Where am I? We had so many memories. Grayson Wallerby.
Oh my God, Grayson Waller, show they gonna have it no more.
How am I gonna go to the moon now?
Cameron Grimes, baby.
So many memories. I'm gonna miss the cheeks. I'm with Nikita Lyons.
There's a lot of cheeks.
Nikita Lyons.
A lot of cheeks.
That ass. What are we gonna do, people?
That's a lot of ass.
Oh.
You gotta stay together. Gotta stay together.
We will stay strong.
That's right.
And we have my man here, Bryan Lopes, made a wonderful, lovely video package.
A nice little touching tribute, shall we say.
Nice in memoriam, highlighting some of the greatness that was the rainbow.
Preach.
I'm gonna miss those colors. Now I'm gonna have to go back to watch Nickelodeon to see my colors.
They don't even show guts anymore.
Oh man, you gotta watch Nickelodeon to see colors.
Let me just put on this tribute.
Put on the video,
it's
man.
A sad moment. Ladies and gentlemen, grab your tissues. If you know the song, please sing along, and please just enjoy. And let's pay tribute to the late, great Rainbow. That was NXT 2.0.
How do I say goodbye to what we had? The good time that made us laugh, I'll wait them back. I thought we'd get but forever's gone away. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. I don't know where this road is going to lead. All I know is where we've been and what we've been yesterday, and I'll take with me the memories to be my sunshine after the rain. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday, and I'll take with me the memory to be my sunshine after the rain. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday.
Thank you.
Touching.
Thank you.
Oh, so touching. So right in the feels, man. Right in the feels.
I did my best.
Now, keeping in tradition with certain customs and cultures, once a casket is lowered into the ground, to prevent grave robbing, to prevent, just utter disgraceful tactics upon the dead.
People steal flowers, y'all.
They tend to put something heavy over the top of it. And if you mind, please hit my intro.
Oh, with pleasure.
Now that the sappy shit's over with, time to get back to business.
Get him.
All right? I'm going to do you all a favor. We're going to prevent 2.0 from ever rising from the grave again. We're going to prevent these motherfuckers from ever getting out of that casket. Okay? Because you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to place something heavy on top of that fucking casket. Before we play down that fucking 6 feet of dirt, I'm going to put something heavy on it. Quincy Elliott, get your fat ass in that hole. Okay? I don't give a shit. This is gimmick shaming up in this bitch. That was fucking horrible. Get that shit off my TV. Where is the gay community outrage?
I have no idea.
Alphabet people. Are you serious? First of all, you lose the rainbow, and now you got that mess? It's such a mess that I agree with Jim Cornette on something.
What?
Okay? Your man boobs are like two possums fighting in your chest.
Facts.
Okay? You look like the bastard love child of Viscera and fucking Goldust. Okay? And you couldn't even pull off Viscera's fucking purple suit correctly.
Facts.
Okay? And I'm sorry, this isn't nothing about, I don't know if this man is really gay, straight, if he's playing a character, whatever. You lost me when a grown man slid the crack of his ass up and down the goddamn ring post.
Like a credit card.
No. He Nelly videoed that pole.
Dip drill.
Okay? No. Word has it, they're still trying to wipe the smear shit off of that goddamn pole. Okay? No. You lost me the second that man came out to that ring and said, right up in, no. Fuck you. I don't give a fuck. You can give me, where you gonna get Nyla Rose? Nyla Rose ain't fucking out there fucking sliding that cracker its ass up and down things, turning around, poking it out to the no. Oh, you got Sonny Kiss? Fuck you. Sonny Kiss owns that shit, and Sonny Kiss ain't out there sliding the cracker its ass up and down. But no, we got this hot fucking Jello mess coming out there with two fucking looking like Miss Chokes on dick without a bra on. Ding, ding, ding. And you know what it look like? Ding, 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 ding. That's what it looked like coming out of his chest. Okay? No. Fuck no. Get that shit off my TV. I don't want to. It's not half bad in the ring. That sucked in the ring. The jobber looked better. Sign the jobber. Okay? No. Get that shit out of here. That is. Do not tell me that was not Triple H That was not Papa H, and that was not Uncle Sean. Fuck no. That did not come out of those two heads. That smells, that reeks of a fucking Bruce Pritchard, or even worse, Mr. I work for USA Network on the download, Vince Russo idea over there. Okay? Because I don't understand what that's supposed to target. Are you supposed to be pulling in the rainbow community? Because I'm sorry, that is an insult. That is a spit in the face of every androgynous gay man out there. Okay? Because that took it to a whole new fucking level. Okay, are you trying to put... First of all, culture! Why ain't you outraged? This is a black man sliding the crack of his ass up and down a ring post on live TV.
Hi, Nakoma. What's up, everybody in the chat, by the way? You know, Eddie's already gone off.
No, I can't accept that. There's certain things I can accept. I can't accept that. It was not good in the ring. It was not good in presentation. It's not good in... the gimmick-wise, it's not... No. The Super Diva? No. I thought we were getting away from the Diva thing. You know how long it took us to get away from the Diva thing? You know how long it took us to get away from the Jello matches and the bras and panty matches? Okay? Y'all want to take it serious. No. That is not serious. Do not tell me that, no. Okay? People want to be like, oh, are you body shaming? No, I'm not body shaming. Because we have seen plenty of big men and women work. Viscera was one hell of a work. A little bit unsafe in the beginning, but Viscera earned his stripes and everything, and he was not a small man by any means.
You're bouncing around 500 pounds.
Okay? You're not. Okay, we've seen some big men out there. Okay? That was an utter embarrassment. I was ashamed for my wrestling fandom. I would not let my children watch that. No. I would not let my young children watch that because that is an embarrassment. That is not what I want them to learn to be what wrestling is. That was god awful. Okay, so do me a favor. Lay down in this hole. Keep the 2.0 casket closed because we don't know. That thing might be a vampire or something. Might try to rise back up from the dead and come after us.
Or the zombie.
Okay. Oh, you know they're big on the zombies. You know they still haven't finished eating the Miz. They finished off Morrison. We know that much.
Yeah, he ain't there no more.
Okay. They even went for Taya.
Yeah, she going to.
But no. So lay down upon my coffin. Make sure keep it nice and secure and safe, and make sure that we don't have any grave robbers. We don't want no resurrections. We don't want no comebacks. Okay. Take the rainbow. Take it all with you. Get it out of here. Get it off my TV. You know. And I've even said, oh, well, it was okay on Level Up. I don't watch Level Up. Nobody does.
Level Up. Nobody watches.
Do not give me that, okay?
If anybody watches Level Up, put a 1 in the chat right now, please. I'm waiting.
Nobody watches Dark. Nobody watches Elevation. Nobody watches Level Up. And nobody watches Main Event.
I watch Dark and Elevation because I'm still on the Serpentico countdown. He's almost at 100, y'all. It's coming soon. It's happening. Tell your friends.
Okay, so please. Nah, that wasn't even a Kevin Dunn idea. That wasn't even a Beaver idea. Because the Beaver ain't do that many drugs. Okay? No. That was, I don't know whose idea that was. That definitely, that reeked.
By the way, Alex, we know you watch Dark and Elevation,
okay,
by the way.
That's
source.
All I could see was a stench of Bruce Pritchard coming off that thing. I was like, yeah, this reeks of Bruce Pritchard. This is something Bruce was sitting at home as he's shoving down ho-hos and chocolate milk. Okay? Thinking, how could I fuck over NXT 2.0 before how could I officially get fired? Okay? The man is begging to get fired at this point.
Yeah.
Okay? He is pleading. Please, Hunter, fire me already. Why are you keeping me? Why must you torture him? Release this man's spirit. Because that's what he did. He's begging for it. Okay? Quincy Elliott, fail. Utter fail. Okay? Get it off my TV. Repackage it. Do better.
No, it's not a UWO beer, but it's a koozie. If you like a koozie, let Ms. Dina know. As well as t-shirts, so.
All right, let's get into some bullshit.
Oh, no. Well, I'm going to have to join you on this. I'm going to dump a little bit more dirt on the Quincy Elliott thing. I'm going to talk about it for a second because, honestly, that's Eddie. Honestly, I'm with Eddie on this one. Let's get the elephant in the room out of the way. It's not because he's a gay character. Because like we said, we're okay with gay characters. We were okay with Goldust. Back in the day, our parents were cool with Adrian Adonis. Not like buddy with him, but you get what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of like sus character.
And Goldust pulled off androgynous.
Androgynous.
This was a spit in the face of androgynous.
Like, to me personally, and I know a lot of gay people. I bounced at a gay nightclub before. I have gay friends and stuff like that. It doesn't bother me. But to me, it's like, that's kind of like blackface to gay people. Because I don't know, in all actuality, if this dude is, I'm not going to question his sexuality. You are who you are, do you.
And if you are gay and you went along with this, shame.
Yeah, because this looks bad.
Shame.
Like, it's not an entertaining character. Like, I understand there are people who are going to get behind this character just for the sole purpose that it's a gay character being extremely flamboyant on TV. Cool. But first off, the dude's not a good wrestler. Let's get that out of the way right away. He's not that good. All right, he's really not that good. There's nothing to write home about.
When you get carried by a jobber.
Yeah, like Eddie said, the jobber definitely looked better than you. What's going on, Miss Carey? Where the hell's Kyle? Tell him to get his ass in here.
Make sure that pillow's dry for him. I know he's crying a lot of tears for 2.0 going out.
Yeah. So, and the Super Diva thing, right? Like Eddie was saying, where the ladies at? Let me ask you a question. First off, isn't like the diva term supposed to be outdated in the world of pro wrestling? Like, shouldn't that be classified as just theirs? You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand the man gimmick got taken by Becky. I'm okay with that because it plays to her character. But the Super Diva for a big, black, flamboyant black dude with his ass cheeks, caressing the ring post. It was just
he spread his cheeks and swallowed the ring post up his crack. And then slid up and down.
Yeah, that was a little too much for me.
The last time I saw that, it was a thick bitch down in Atlanta in a strip club.
I mean, here was Northeast, but you get what we're saying. It's like it's just a little too uncomfortable. Like,
some of these girls up here are too small to be doing that.
Yeah, no, I agree. But like the term I want to say, like Eddie said, I'm embarrassed. Like, there's certain things in the world of pro wrestling that I just wouldn't show somebody who doesn't watch pro wrestling. And I don't think I would ever want to show that to somebody and be like, oh, this is what I watch or this is what I'm into. Because they'll be like, well, it's a little sus there, buddy. I mean, to each their own. But it just didn't sit right with me. Like, and he wasn't good. Like, if he was good, it would overshadow the gimmick.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or if he was a good talker, it would overshadow the gimmick.
Yeah.
Or
because we saw, I'll tell you right now, people shitted on Goldust at the beginning.
Oh yeah, people hated Goldust.
Goldust went out there and showed that he was good in the ring.
Oh yeah, because he was Dustin Rhodes. He was a phenomenal wrestler.
He was a phenomenal wrestler.
He could get it over.
This was a hot mess.
So, you know what I mean? This Quincy Elliott, I'm sorry, I'm with Eddie on this one. Throw this one in the hole. There's not a storyline you can tell me right now that gets me excited to see this dude on my television. I don't know who he's going to interact with.
He's trying to pull off Velveteen mannerisms.
Yep.
With Goldust fucking inspired fucking androgynous.
Yep.
And
viscerous physique.
And King Mabel's fucking clothes.
Yeah, in physique.
But it's just. It's like God. It's literally when God made the platypus, took leftover parts and just slapped it together and called it a creature. This is what Quincy Elliott is. They just slapped a whole bunch of shit together, called it a gimmick, and said, "Here, go
for
on
it.
TV.
Go for it." And
this man sat here and said, "Yes." No. I'm sorry. I would love to be involved in wrestling, but if you present me with this, I'm going back to the Indies.
Yeah, I'm like, screw this.
I will do a show for a fucking hot dog.
And I'll say this too.
Do that.
And here's another thing, right? Like Eddie was breaking down the LGBTQ community wrestlers, right? Let's talk about them for a second. Like you said, Sonny Kiss. Sonny Kiss is a phenomenal in-ring performer. Amazing pro wrestler. All right? The problem is they haven't found a place for him yet. Nyla Rose, she's a transgender woman, okay? You can believe what you want to believe about her, whatever. She plays her part perfectly, and she's actually a really good in-ring performer. Hell, let's talk about the gayest of the gays, Effie. He's gay just in presence alone.
The man won, and they called it the Bussy Bomb. Effie was going crazy.
Effie was pissed about that.
He was like, what?
Yep.
You all even stole Effie's fucking name.
Like, but let's be honest. And here's the thing about Effie, right? When I talk about the homosexual traits in his character, when he does something like threaten to suck somebody's dick in the middle of the ring, it logically makes sense to that point in the match, whether you agree with it or not. when he does something that's logical. So he can get away with that. Go back to Goldust. He kissed Ahmed Johnson on live television. I know he's playing a role because he's a Texas redneck boy making out with a black dude. You know what I mean? Like, those characters and those things made sense at their time. Hell, this is up there with Orlando Jordan TNA for me. It's like, I respect the talent, but I don't need to see it.
I don't know. And thank you, Dominique. Quincy Elliott made it to TV, but Baby had a fucking match and it's being featured in vignettes, and Baby Brock couldn't get shit.
Yeah.
You telling me Baby Brock was worse than this dude? Who wasn't? What were you people doing before Triple H came in with the House Takeover? What was going on? And you can't tell me, oh, well, Triple H was in, HBK was in charge of 2.0. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. Okay, get up out of here. He's not in charge now. Because this would not hit TV. Okay? This was literally Vince McMahon, Bruce Pritchard inspired thing. This was them coming up with it and how they can make fun of the gay community and the androgynous community and make fun of, because we all know Vince and Bruce are old heads and they do not like the colors and the gays and all that other stuff. They're not fans. They're not going to admit it because they have public personas to maintain. But behind closed doors, trust me, he's sitting there. That's definitely a Bruce and Vince are sitting there. These gays have been pissing me off lately out there doing their rallies and stuff. How can we make fun of them? Oh, let's make this black kid over here we got over here, fat, gay, androgynous fucking character, and trot him out on TV. People are gonna love it. Oh yeah, and that'll show the gay community. That's what. Remember Retribution?
Yeah.
That was, hey, Antifa, go fuck yourself. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
That was Vince saying, Antifa, go fuck yourself. This was Vince. One last hurrah before he goes. The man, even from retirement, even from the Sunnyside nursing home, this motherfucker still coming back to haunt us.
Yeah, and I'll close it out with Quincy on this one, right? I'll say this: he can get better. Don't get me wrong. In ring wise, you can get better. Your character, tweak it a bit. You don't need to be sliding your ass crack up and down a pole. We get it. You're a flamboyant gay black man. Cool, but some of that shit's a little too extra, homie. A little too extra. And I'm sorry. Maybe
tie up the possums.
Yeah, trust me. I got man titties too. All right, I keep them tucked away when need be. I know how to tuck them away. Duct tape, bitch, just in case.
I know what size I am, and I don't go out there wearing fucking extra small shirts.
Yeah.
Okay, so just do better.
Yes.
Do better.
That was nice.
Get this off my TV. Repackage this. Fix it.
Fix it.
Okay? Send it back to the PC because it's not good in the ring.
Not at all.
It's not TV ready. It's not NXT 2.0, 1.0, 3.0, 4.0, 5.0, 6.0. It's not you.
It's not even level up ready.
NXT fucking Europe. Nothing NXT ready. Not level up ready. Not main event ready. PC.
Let him work.
Okay? Send his ass back there with fucking Aaliyah. She been there for like 8 years anyway. She still sucks.
Yeah, she's bad. Where would you like to go next, Eddie? Because we have quite a few options we can hit on today.
Well, let's continue the shit train.
Which one? Oh, you want to go here?
Yeah. Give me some blood.
All right. Who wants blood money? I officially put it on the screen. We, ladies and gentlemen, are officially getting Roman Reigns versus Logan fucking Paul. Who would have thought?
Okay, I'm going to get this out of the way right now.
Go for it.
I don't give a fuck about the Prince.
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck about the blood money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Whatever money they make, I don't see a fucking dime. I do not receive a paycheck from WWE. Mm-hmm. So I can give two fucks about it's about the money. I don't give two squirts of piss because I do not make money off of this. Okay? Oh, it's Saudi Prince. I don't give two squirts of piss about the Saudi Prince, the Saudi government, or whatever the hell they do over there.
America, motherfucker.
Okay? I don't care. You know why I don't care? 'Cause I don't live there. I do not care. Okay? What I care about is I'm being told that I'm supposed to sit here for several weeks of build on my American TV show, SmackDown, and watch a YouTuber who I am waiting. I'm waiting. Oh, dear Jesus, sweet mother of God. Satan, anybody, Buddha, Lucifer, Thor, Odin, anybody. Me to these brothers already. Somebody hashtag me to them.
They're not going anywhere.
Okay? But anyway, so that day comes. You are telling me that I am supposed to be excited for a man who's had 2 matches. Okay? 2 matches. Okay? The first one was against in a tag team match. You're gonna Dominic Raven still gonna do so much. You had to carry Dominic, The Miz, and you. That was only so much he could do at his age. Then you have your second match is against the King of Soft Style. Okay, so all you had to do was just jump around and pray that he catches you. Because we know Miz doesn't like to catch people. Miz is scared.
That is
so
a fact.
we just pray that he catches you. Okay. You did what you had to do. You did what you had to do for a celebrity. But you're cutting the line. Oh, well, at least they saved somebody else from jobbing to Roman. Well, that's the problem WWE has. We wouldn't be in this predicament if he wasn't carrying both belts. Because now you can give me the celebrity match with Roman defending one title against him, which we know it's fucking... he's winning.
Yeah.
Roman's not losing. Okay? Do not listen to any of these dirt sheets. Do not listen to any of these rumors. And do not listen to anybody online who is posting, there's a chance that Logan could win. Oh, Logan winning would be a shocker and a big money move. And no, it's not happening. It's not. Get it out your head. Okay? If it happens, the world comes to an end 10 minutes later. Okay? There's a meteorite, hits us 10 minutes after the show ends, and he's holding that. Okay? So here, you heard it from me now. If Logan Paul is holding up 2 titles at the end of that show, kiss your loved ones, say your goodbyes, do what you gotta do, because that countdown has started.
1, 2, 3. Oh shit.
He is not winning. Okay? So get that out of your head now. Okay? This is an obvious L for Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Okay? And then you're gonna tell me, oh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good match. It's gonna be. I'm sorry. What is Roman? What are his taglines?
God mode. Tribal chief, head of the table.
He stacks them.
Yep. Smashes them.
Right? Okay, so he's done this to the likes of Bray Wyatt,
Braun Strowman, Edge, Bryan Danielson, Cesaro, yep.
Kevin Owens.
Yep.
The list goes
Hell,
on.
the Usos.
The list goes on and on and on. He is beating legit Hall of Famers, legit men who are on his level. You might not think so because they don't have a title, but you're going to tell me Bryan Danielson's not on fucking Roman Reigns' level?
Or people that he's leveled up to.
Okay. So you're telling me for months, for 2 years now, all I've heard is Roman is this. Oh, you should get on your knees and suck Roman off. This match should last about as long as Moxley and Punk did in Cincinnati.
Facts.
Anything longer than that, and I'm sorry, Roman loses all God. Don't say God mode to me ever again, because you had a hard. If you gonna tell me Roman's gonna have a hard time with a YouTube sensation, with a man with 2 matches under his belt, with a man with 5 minutes of training, you're gonna tell me that this is gonna be a 15-20 minute match where Roman, who it's gonna have to carry this match. All right, this is all on you, Roman. The match don't go good. This is all on you, Bomi. It's all you right now. Okay? And you're going to tell me that he's going to have a hard time with him? And fuck no! That better be a clean victory. If I see shenanigans, you going to tell me you need your bloodline? Or even Sammy?
Sammy ain't going.
Or Paul? Yes, good. Sammy's not going. Thank God. Or Paul to help you beat Logan Paul? I'm sorry. That ain't God mode to me.
Agreed.
That chump mode. Okay?
I'm with you on that one.
They are in a predicament. People are like, nobody, what do you want them to beat Seth Rollins? No, I want Seth Rollins to take a fucking one of those titles and come back to Raw with it.
Or Riddle.
Okay?
Or Drew.
No! At this point, Seth's the only one.
I mean, yeah, I agree with you on that.
I'm sorry. People are like, oh, well, they're waiting for Cody. They're waiting for Cody.
Well, I mean, they are. Don't get me wrong. They're definitely waiting for Cody.
Unless Cody has that shit sealed on his contract that the second he comes back, Triple H has to put him back on that pedestal. I don't know. We do not know where Triple H stands with him. Okay? Triple H is a vengeful person.
Mm-hmm.
Triple H, don't forget. Just because Cody's over here like, oh, I was always joking. Triple H is my favorite wrestler. I love Hunter. Yeah, he was doing all that because he was coming back. So, when you're coming back, you gotta oh shit, I gotta rebuild this bridge. I gotta make this bridge again. Oh, fuck.
Gotta kiss those cheeks.
I burnt this bitch down. Okay? And we all know why Cody was given everything. Vince wanted him back. Vince didn't want him back because he was Cody Rhodes. Vince didn't want him back because he wanted him back. Vince wanted him back because he was AEW. He helped start AEW.
Oh, yeah.
And Vince saw it as a chance to say, haha, I've killed AEW by taking away Cody Rhodes, their biggest star. Psych!
Yeah, there's still more there.
Yeah. There's 4 other guys learning that lesson right now, too, because we're about to hit 1 million in sales for Grand Slam, baby.
Facts.
Okay?
Oh, we'll get into that
Ticket
one.
sales. Okay?
Let me jump in on this Roman and Logan Paul thing, because you did touch on a lot of stuff, and I'll tell you right now, I agree with you in the beginning as well. I don't give a shit about the match. All right, let's be honest. We always say when it comes to what's it called, Crown Jewel.
It's a house show.
It's a house show. It's a glorified house show with WrestleMania budget, and it's booked by a guy who wants what he wants. Okay. Yes, like Eddie said, the Saudi Prince does like Logan Paul. He's one of his fans.
I feel bad for their people.
Yeah, and I don't know. The crazy thing is, he's actually really big in those countries, like over in like Saudi Arabia and all that shit. The thing that gets me the most about this match, right? And this is why it doesn't bother me. Like, I know Eddie was going on his little tangent and stuff, but to me, I don't care. Because, like we said, it's a meaningless pay-per-view. We know how the Prince wants it booked. We all know Roman ain't losing his damn title. And let's just enjoy it for what it is. Do I want to see 4 weeks of build? Fuck no. 100% don't want to see 4 weeks of build. If it was like next weekend, cool. When I found out it was in November, I was like, huh? Like, that long? Like, we waiting that long to do this match?
I gotta watch Sami Zayn get beat up by Logan Paul for that many weeks?
Yeah, which is sad. Sad, by the way. But, you know what I mean? But, like, honestly, to me, Logan Paul, y'all know my opinion on the dude. He's not bad at what he does. And I've said this for about 1.5 years now. The Paul brothers have figured it out, all right? They finally figured out sports entertainment. Jake is the only one that's actually able to do it in boxing, so he's going to keep it in the boxing lane.
I hope Anderson Silva beats them. Honestly,
I'm taking bets. I think Logan's knocking him out in 6.
Man.
I think he's going to drop him. Silva's been falling asleep a lot lately.
Loses, he can't show his face back in fucking South America.
He's been falling asleep a lot lately. So if Paul connects on a good shot, he might drop him. But no. And now Logan found his lane when it comes to the world of pro wrestling. Let's not get it twisted. Whether you like the kid or not, he's athletically gifted. Like you said, Eddie, he can do all the crazy flippy shit. Now it's about time to get the psychology behind it. I just don't understand why they're doing it now. You could build up to a legit Logan Paul contention match. The guy's not that bad. Why are we fast tracking this dude right to the world title picture? Because he has 30-something million followers? Like, we're trying to cash in already? Why not get the 30-something million followers, follow this dude's career in pro wrestling to the point where maybe you may get 5 or 10 million of those?
Are you telling me that these people didn't already start following WWE or jump over already?
No.
So what did the other 2 appearances do for it?
But that's the thing. Well, that's not
what kills me.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm always fed. Oh, the celebrities, they have a big following.
Yeah.
And then you need to shove them in front and center. But you're telling me that the first 2 time around, the big following didn't already jump aboard?
But this is what I'm saying. Like, this is why logically I don't like it, but I understand it. You're building him up for 4 weeks. So you're basically trying to get his followers over the next 4 weeks to tune into Friday Night SmackDown. To get and see what's going on with Logan. All right? This is why I'm saying y'all shouldn't do the match now. Y'all should do it in maybe a year from now. So Logan's actually in WWE. Logan's actually in storylines. He's actually having matches. And Io Shirai's shorts, man. There's a slip that's going to happen one day, and we're going to catch it on a nice camera view. But we need to like build this dude up before he gets a world title shot. Do I think he's going to go in the ring and shit himself? No. I think he's going to go in there and be relatively decent with whatever time they give them. And I'm with Eddie on this one. If Roman don't beat him in 5 minutes, something's wrong. Make it a fast 5 minutes, get a lot of shit in, do a lot of spots, do a lot of craziness. Hell, I'll even give it 10 minutes.
Let Logan go in there, do all his little spots he knows.
Mm-hmm.
Make it seem like he caught Roman off guard and then finish it.
Yeah, just finish it.
Finish it off the rip.
Let him get a bunch of offense in, and Roman just boop,
Finish
spear, chokes him out, Superman punch right back at you. Like, end it. You can tell a really good story. Hell, I'll even say this.
It's WWE. They know how to tell us. They know how to have 5-minute matches.
Let's be honest. Brock and Roman from WrestleMania a couple of years ago was a 5-minute match, but it was perfect. Hell, Brock and Drew McIntyre, another 5-minute match, was done perfect. Hell, Brock and Goldberg, it was a minute and a half, and they did a damn good job. You know what I'm saying? So there's a possibility to do that. Now, if you're going to go more than 10 minutes, there's going to be some shenanigans. And I don't need shenanigans if, like Eddie said, Roman is in God mode. If he's in God mode, he should run through him.
And I'm sorry, he's not even fighting the bigger of the brothers.
That's what I'm saying.
He's fighting the smaller one.
Hell.
Roman's like 3 of him.
Yeah, hell, here's the thing. If you want to add another minute or 2 to the match, bring Jake to Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
Hopefully he's away from fighting Anderson Silva.
Roman has family that are still in diapers.
Yeah.
That are bigger than Logan. Because we know some of the Samoans are big.
That's some big boys.
That's some big boys. Okay? Like, no. It should not. I don't want to hear the excuses. I'm sorry. As a wrestling fan, okay, I do not want to see your unified world champion, your God mode champion, having to lower himself down to fight a celebrity.
Mm-hmm.
To have a celebrity match. Okay? And then I got to sit here and actually have to hear, oh, there might be a chance that Roman could look. Fuck you. Okay?
2 words. David Arquette. And that is the reason why Roman Reigns will not lose those titles at Crown Jewel.
And no, Hunter don't do that much. Don't do the kind of drugs Vince Russo was doing at the time.
Not at all.
No,
it's not happening.
The man's sticker's not that well.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler. His ticker cannot handle that amount of cocaine that Vince Russo was had. Okay, even TK don't do that much cocaine.
And like I said, this is the problem. Right now, it's not believable that Logan can win that world title.
No.
A year from now, totally different story. A year of him actually working.
You gotta give me a year of that man full time.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Don't give me periodically. Don't give me he had 4 matches by next year. Total 4 matches now. Okay, by next year, and he's getting a title shot. No, he needs to have double-digit matches under his belt.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. Build his audience here. That's how you transfer 30 million people. Like, don't get me wrong. The Mania numbers went up. The SummerSlam numbers went up. They drew for this kid.
They drew for...
But they drew for one night.
Yes, and then they all went back.
That's the problem. And they all go back.
Because, spoiler, the people who tune in to watch his stuff on YouTube do not watch wrestling.
And the ones that do... Give them a reason to actually sit here and watch this. Okay. Build that audience. Like, don't get me wrong.
And whatever you had left Tuesday when Quincy Elliott came out.
Oh, that's a whole different story. But they're buried, so. And don't get me wrong. And like I said, I don't think he's gonna go out there and shit the bed. Like the kid's, he's not bad. He's ahead of it. Hell, he's way better than Quincy Elliott right now. Let's say that. Way better. And he's only had 2 matches. But you get what I'm saying? Like, in-ring wise, he's not bad. We just need time to actually give a damn about him as a character instead of just looking at him as a celebrity who can work in the ring.
It's not even about giving him time to be a character. It's about the fact that you're just throwing this match out there because you want to... This is why I'm saying this is the problem with him having 2 belts.
Yep.
Because you could have gave us this match...
For the Universal title.
And then you could have gave us a regular world title match that we all could have been actually... Where the wrestling fans could have been invested. Okay? Because the only people invested are the Loyalist Puppets, the Roman Knob Gobblers, and Logan Paul fucking tweens. Okay? The rest of us, fans, will be taking the day off, going to do other things, and watching clips or listening to reviews.
Yeah.
Because, I'm sorry, I am not wasting my time. Okay? I don't give a fuck if it's free, $99. I am not wasting my time to tune in to see a glorified house show to satisfy a prince where nothing of importance will happen.
Yep.
No major title changes will occur.
Only happened once.
And I gotta watch, and that's because it's the Saudi prince. That's the
You
scary
love
part.
Goldberg.
And that's the scary part. Hunter, don't be like crazy old grandpa. If this man comes over to you and says, I'll give you an extra freaking $20 million if you have Logan Paul win the titles.
Nah, fam, please.
Tell him to take his check and shut up his ass. Okay? Do not take the money. We know Vince would have took the money. Vince would have been like, what? Logan, you're going to be world champion. Don't worry. Monday, you're gonna drop the belts right back to Roman.
Once we get back to America, you're dropping them.
Yeah, right. We're going right back to
And
Monday.
please, Hunter, don't do that.
Don't
do that. Please.
You're completely Roman losing to Logan Paul. You might as well get Roman off my TV.
Yeah.
Throw away the Rock match because I cannot believe him going in there. If he loses to Logan Paul, I cannot, for the love of God, expect you to make me believe that he can go in there to WrestleMania and beat the Rock. If you cannot beat Logan Paul, so that's out of the question.
Yeah.
Okay, if you got the Rock in your back pocket for Mania, there's no fucking way in hell that he's losing to Logan Paul.
And
if that was to happen, throw that shit away.
And like I said, David Arquette. All right, Eddie, where would you like to go next? We got a couple more in here, and then we got a little fun game plan for later on.
Well, let's hit him with a bit of good news.
A little bit of good news. All right, and I will put it on the screen if I hit the goddamn button. Right, here we go. Bryan Danielson versus Jon Moxley at the Grand Slam finale. And I'll even say this. The whole fucking card, fire. Top to bottom. I'm sorry. I know there's a couple, like the women's four-way, don't really care. I think there's a tag match in there I really don't care about. That's going to be on Rampage. But aside from that, every other match on that card, take my money.
I mean, we were just talking about a shit world title match. And we lead into if Meltzer don't give it 5 stars, then Meltzer's definitely got a fucker. Definitely in his feelings, and we definitely hurt his feelings.
Hell, I'll even say this. There are 2 matches there's 2 world title matches on this card. And they both should be 5-star candidates. You got Jericho and Claudio. That's probably going to open the show. And then you got Danielson versus Moxley at the end. 2 phenomenal matches with 4 great wrestlers.
Okay, you're going. I mean, that's just a banger in itself. Now, who wins?
Mm-hmm.
Judging from all things, I would go with Danielson. Moxley's older vacation.
Yep.
Okay, he don't look like he's too happy not to have his vacation. You know, Danielson was slotted in there eventually to be a champion, anyways. Mm-hmm. You know, this is a nice rule. We're in the middle of a reset right now.
Yep.
So why not reset with him? But like I said, it's a damn if you do, damn if you don't situation, because whoever wins, I don't want it to be at the full gear that they drop it to MJF. You know, if you give it to Danielson, he needs to run with it at least to the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
You know, at least to the beginning of the year. Okay, MJF is talking about 2024. You still have 2023 to go through.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, at any point, 2023, unless the plan is to go MJF a full fucking year as champion. Okay, which I don't think TK is gonna do.
Honestly, I do.
I don't think he's gonna do it. You know, not a full year. That'd be insane.
I mean, if you win the belt in January and run it all the way through next January, right before the Rumble, it's possible. Or hell, even winter is coming, and then run it all the way till next year's winter is coming.
Because if you run it the full year, you're just gonna spend I guarantee it by Rumble. Oh, MJF's gonna be number 30.
Oh yeah, because
MJF's
you know that
gonna come out with the belt.
That's what I'm saying. That will get the speculation going.
Okay, there's no way in hell TK's gonna let him leave with the belt.
That's not
a CM Punk situation. He's not gonna be showing up at another promotion holding the AEW title. That's not happening. No way in hell. TK will fucking have his lawyers fucking chew him up and spit him out before he does that. Because MJF might be Jewish, but TK is wealthy and he has Jewish lawyers.
Yeah,
okay.
Like they work for him.
Okay, but Grand Slam's gonna be a phenomenal show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I saw it today. The report said $1 million gate.
Beautiful.
$1 million gate for a Dynamite special, not a pay-per-view. A Dynamite special that doesn't include the Elite.
Nope.
Or Phil Brooks.
Nope.
I'm sorry.
Or Kenny Omega.
the Elite. The Elite is not there, or Phil Brooks. I'm sorry. I thought we were dead.
Mm-hmm.
I thought AEW was, they can't survive without the Elite. They probably survive without CM Punk, but they're going to take a big hit without CM Punk. No, we're going to be good. Oh, they're not going to survive without the Elite. We're going to be good.
We're fine.
Okay, we're fine. All right. There's a reason why he's stacked, okay? People are like, people are going to start jumping ship. Then you know what? Jump ship. The new people, the other, you might not think that he's been doing it, but there's people in the wings that are waiting for the WWE guys to jump ship, so they can step right on in and say, "Look, I can be that. I can be that pillar. I can be that."
I'll throw this name out every single week. Ricky Starks. Wait till they strap the rocket on that kid. Hell, I'll throw another name out there. Dante Martin. Wait till the moment that kid gets older. He's only, 21, 22?
Ethan Page is being rebuilt.
Ethan Page being rebuilt. You just got Morrissey in there. You know what I'm saying? Hell, you got a whole trios division now. You have a tag division. You got a women's division that's still trying to find its way, but they got some of the right pieces in there now. Hopefully one can get healed up soon. But you get what I'm saying? Like there are people out there that will eat up TV time and do it properly. And it won't skip a beat. Won't skip a beat at all.
I'm sorry, did Warlow roll over and die?
Mm-hmm. Phenomenal fucking promo.
Okay. I'm sorry. We don't have others still under contract that ain't gonna fucking go running back to Papa H? Okay. You all saw the report. Malachi said it flat out. I need to go home and rest.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. None of that shit came from me. Okay. I need to go home and rest.
Mm-hmm.
He said it himself. Shit he wanted to do, he couldn't do. We all know why. He's having some issues. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what kind of issues they are.
Yeah, well, soon.
He's going home to rest. If he wants to show back up at the WWE, then more power to you. But you know what's going to happen eventually? All those people that you want back in WWE, they ain't going to have enough time.
Yeah.
Because what are you going to ditch the entire fucking farm system they got going?
Mm-hmm. What are we going to do with Quincy Elliott, y'all?
At one point, it's going to get to the point where those people that you want that you want to come back and be rectified are going to hold those people that they have down there getting ready to come up back. Then those people are going to leave. And then where are they going to go? They're going to be ready and they're going to come right into TK's hands.
Yep.
Okay? You're going to... You see what...
It's a vicious cycle, everybody.
It's a vicious cycle you're going through. Okay? And who's to say that he comes back and it's the same.
Yeah. They don't do anything with him. They put him back in a room. He's sitting down, waiting for someone to pick a fight with him.
Okay? We don't know what can go down. But by all means, you can have Andrade back.
Thank you, Kyle.
I'll throw you a bone. You have Andrade back.
Kyle said it perfectly. Sounds like the wrestling business. Exactly.
You can have Andrade back too if you want. Okay? You can have him back. He ain't doing shit. Roosh is better anyways.
It's sad to say, but Roosh is actually better.
Yeah.
Like, Roosh is a killer out there. I love what's going on with Grand Slam this week. First and foremost, tag team titles. We all know where they're going to. Says me. That's right.
One for you, Kyle.
There you go, Kyle. Since you're not here. And even with that, if we split the tag team up, the tag team champion's currently up. You got another heel in Swerve, and you got a babyface in Keith Lee, or you got a heel in Keith Lee because he's playing it off like a heel lately too, and maybe a babyface in Swerve, and you got a feud right there that you can probably run for a couple months. So God forbid a spot opens up, and it's like, well, here I got these guys I can throw in there. And never forget, Danhausen's still on that. That's right, Kyle Scissor. Scissor's in the chat if you got him. When it comes to this special event, shall I say, it feels like it's a pay-per-view. Top to bottom, even Rampage going 2 hours. It's like, they're going all out for this show, and this show is going to be fun.
Yeah, he's giving you a grand slam.
Legit giving you a grand slam. You know what I'm saying? So whether it's here, whether it's hell, even on Rampage, who's going to be doing the intro? You said on Rampage.
Oh no, they got
DJ
Who Kid.
Yeah, DJ
Dynamite. It's a special ring announcer.
Yeah, for most likely for Hook and Action Bronson versus Cool Hand and Daddy Magic. You know what I'm saying? Phenomenal card this week, man. And I'll just say this: whether it's WWE, AEW, Impact, ratings are going up for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy them while we can,
Well,
fans.
not Impact. Who watches Impact?
Well, I mean, they really need to get off Access. Really need to get off Access. But, you know what I'm saying? Ratings are going up for wrestling.
They need to get back into a fucking goddamn arena or something.
Yeah.
This 30, they got less people than fucking 2.0 had.
That is true. They do.
How do you have you have less people than NWA?
Because you know why? They don't tour. They
Why?
really don't tour.
No, they're not. They stopped. I understand, but why haven't you go or at least
Attempted
to go to a bigger venue? Like,
hell, do the gym thing. Do like
Jesus.
ROH used to do. Travel around. Trust me, there are Impact fans out there, and there are wrestling fans that just because it's on TV will want to go to the show. But no, to get back to Grand Slam, let's get back to the world title. I'm with you on this. I feel like Bryan has to win this. Like, Mox does need a break. He needs to, he went hard this past year. And we'll get into that shortly in a second, too. He went real hard this year, whether it was AEW, GCW, other independent promotions, New Japan. The guy's been working his ass off like a motherfucker.
man, still GCW champion.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's defending that against Nick Gage. So, like, the guy works his fucking ass off. And Bryan...
Okay, where are they touring? Mexico?
Yeah. They do like Impact tapings.
I swear
they do
to
like
God,
6 shows.
They do more. They record like 2 months worth of episodes.
Yep.
And then I see them doing live events, and 9 times out of 10 it's in Mexico.
Yeah, that's the only other place they go to. It's Las Vegas,
And
Mexico.
how you a Canadian company and you in Mexico more?
Yeah. Like, honestly, it just doesn't make sense. But
Hashtag fire Scott Demore.
you know something, I'm kind of with you on that train. And shout out to Joe Doring. If y'all don't know, Joe Doring has I believe it's brain cancer. Yeah, so if y'all send a prayer for Joe Doring. But I agree with you. I have to go with Bryan on this one because All Elite Wrestling, especially after what Moxley said in that promo, needs a hard reset. And that world title picture is a hard reset. Mox was a guy who fought tooth and nails for that belt. As much as we want to shit on Punk was a very smart choice to put that title on at the time before he decided to go jump in the crowd. But they need a reset right now. They need a guy who they can establish as the elite wrestler in the world. And let's be honest, when we talk about the best of the best and the best of the world, Bryan Danielson's name has been there for damn near over a decade. You know what I'm saying? And it's time he wins a world title in AEW, and this is the perfect way to pigeonhole him into that spot. And when it comes to MJF, that's when it gets tricky. It's like, what do we do? Do we just give the belt to Bryan and have MJF cash it in right away and rip the Band-Aid off?
And that's why I'm scared about, like, it's a good idea to go with Bryan, but then MJF came out this past week and cut that promo all up and down on Moxley.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, are we gonna make Moxley transitional again?
And that's the
Like,
other
you
thing. I
can't
don't even
do
want to do
that
that.
to him again.
I don't want to do that to him.
That's you're making him transitional twice.
Like, and this is why I look at it, right? When it comes to MJF and Bryan, I'd rather rip the Band-Aid off now. Like, if he's gonna quote unquote cash it in at Grand Slam. Win the title, get it over and done with. Bryan got one title run in him. Now he can continue to hunt for the world title. Because we all know, if Bryan holds that belt, he ain't dropping that belt anytime soon. It don't matter who it is. Like, with all due respect to MJF, when it comes to wrestlers on that roster, we talk about like the Hangmans and the Kennys. When Moxley comes back, you got Claudio down there. You got a bunch of young dudes you can build up, whether it's Ricky or Powerhouse Hobbs. Let's be honest, Bryan's holding that belt for a minute.
Technically, he was, because he was interim and then he became official and he lost it
like
2 weeks later.
Yeah.
So it's kind of that.
It technically is a definition.
It's a definition of transitional.
Yeah. And
then if he goes and wins it and then loses it, full gears November?
Yeah, mid-November, I believe.
It's 2 months, so kind of transitional again.
Yeah.
Like twice. That's kind of transitional. Man.
And honestly, I think Mox is just around to get through this tournament. Like, Tony's gonna be like, look, take an extended holiday. I just need you for one more month. You know what I'm saying? Get us through Grand Slam and take some time off till winter is coming or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, take a break or whatever. But like I said, I think just rip the Band-Aid off right away. Throw the belt right on MJF. Then you can start the MJF run. Bryan has a reason to be screwed. You just brought a new group in with the firm. Have him tail off and go with Ethan Page and try to make Ethan Page into a star. And then have him work with Morrissey and make Morrissey to a star. Hell, he was talking about Lee Moriarty at the very beginning, too.
See, the thing about the firm is they don't need MJF. They got Stokely.
Yeah, they got Stokely, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
it's
let that be the transition for him. Like, they end up costing him the match. Bryan wants his rematch with MJF, but he can't get to it until he works against the firm. Because we all know how MJF does with those labors of love and all that shit. Have him work with the firm. Have him build those young guys up. Even though, yes, Morrissey isn't a young guy, and Ethan Page, we all know, isn't a young guy. But Lee Moriarty, you definitely got something there. Hell, even with the Ass Boys, have him take young Yuta under his wing and go from there. And then leave MJF with the world title and let his story progress, however it may go. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you got Wardlow sitting there. Hell, the storyline with Mox when he comes back, that's sitting there. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a way to continue the story for a good amount of time for MJF's run. But
see, then you're gonna have to go
and eventually get it back to Bryan.
A full damn near year and a half.
But
because MJF winning the title, he is going to hold it until the day until his contract. The story is him winning that belt.
Yeah.
And holding it until the day his contract expires and him walking out with the title.
Yeah.
That's the story. The story is for him to pull a CM Punk and leave with that title.
Yeah.
Okay? So unless he's like WWE already had CM Punk re-signed, that's why they allowed him, and they played the story up that he left, and then they had a new champion crown and everything like that, and they had to fuck Rey Mysterio over to get to John Cena and all that stuff.
Yep.
Okay? So we all know how that played out. So unless he has him signed, already re-signed, and everything, and that's going to be the tell. The day MJF contract goes up will probably fall on an event, either pay-per-view or a special.
Yeah, he'll probably work into his deal.
Dynamite.
He'll probably work into his contract.
Okay, and if he retains and his contract expires at midnight, then he's coming back.
Yeah.
Okay, because there's no fucking way in hell TK. Yes, he does a lot of blow, he drinks a lot of White Claw, and he's stretched out all over the fucking place.
Claw is law.
There is no way in hell that he's letting that happen, and there's no way in hell that the people around him are going to be like, yeah, that's a great idea. Let him go walk up to Stanford with that title around his waist.
Yeah, no, that's not happening.
That's not happening. Okay? If he drops it, that's when all hell breaks loose on social media. Oh, MJF's going to be number 30 at the Royal Rumble. Oh, MJF's going to appear at WrestleMania. And that's when all the floodgates break in. And we start with the whole what ifs, and everybody takes it as a fucking gospel truth.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's why I said Mox looks like he needs to go take a break. He's promised a break. He doesn't look too happy for not having to be able to take a break.
Yep.
I think if he ran into the Elite or Punk backstage, he might have to take a swing.
Yeah.
Like, you motherfuckers, you do not know I got a baby at home. Renee is pissed. Okay? Because you know she is pissed.
Yeah. She's chill, but
she knows she is pissed. She is chill as shit, but you know she is pissed. She's like, the fuck? Like, what?
Like, motherfucker.
He even said it. I had plans to go fishing and shit. I had shit to do.
Yeah.
Okay? That man was...
Fishing season's almost over.
That wasn't a promo. That was a shoot.
Yeah.
And he was shooting. He's like, I had shit to do. And these motherfuckers are going to fuck it all up for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so Danielson wins. That's why I said, let him hold it until the end of the year, to the beginning of the year.
Yeah, I'm with that too.
You know, let MJF... Don't have MJF cash it, because, like, they haven't defined what the ship is. Can he cash in? Is it Money in the Bank where he cash in during the match?
And that's my thing too.
Does he have to cash in advance and then make a match?
That's always been my problem, because whenever somebody cashed in the chip, it was always at a time where they were setting up for a special event, like Fyter Fest and fucking Winter is Coming. So, like, for him to say I can cash it in anytime I want, that's where it throws me off as a fan. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on?
He's been, his verbiage is,
what up, Pat?
I can cash this in whenever I want.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're telling me that you can run down to the ring with a referee and cash in the chip and throw yourself into the match?
Hasn't happened yet. Okay.
So are you telling me you're going to pull a Seth Rollins, commit the biggest heist of the century? Run in there in the middle? Like, that would be a interesting little twist if he ran in there in the middle of a Danielson Moxley
and just made it a three-way
and cashed in on both of them and pulled a Seth Rollins.
That would be smart. That I'd be okay with too.
But it's like, then you have to go damn near a year and a half you got to extend his title run damn near a year and a half.
Yeah, and he did state today that he did get more money for his deal, but he is still eligible as a free agent in 2024.
Yeah, he's saying, "Oh, I did not resign, but I got more money."
Yeah, he did get more money, which honestly he does deserve. Let's not get into it.
Let's be real. Is he working or shooting?
Yeah.
Because is he saying I got more money, but I didn't resign, and he's working?
God, I love that move by Kevin
just
Owens.
Working the storyline, saying, "Oh, I'm still going to be a free agent."
Ooh.
Get more money. Or did he resign in the low for more money? Did he get that fucking Brinks truck he wanted and he resigned? And they decided just keep working like you're not going to resign. Just keep working it like you took me for my money and you're still going to fuck me over in the end. So that's the great thing about this was the story going on. It's like MJF plays his heel so fucking well.
You never know where he's going.
You don't know if is he really like that kind of person where he's back there telling TK, "I'm gonna fuck you, or is he back there like, "Yo, TK, this is fucking, yo, we came up with some good shit, homie.
Yeah.
Yo, we fucking working it." Like we don't know. We can't even gauge that off of interviews because he doesn't do interviews as Maxwell.
Yeah.
He is always in character. That man takes a shit in character.
Mind you, he's coming here for Comic-Con in Rhode Island.
The man proposed to his fiance in character.
And then said, just because there's a goalie doesn't mean y'all still can't score.
And then tweeted it out in character like, don't think because I'm getting married, I still won't stop bang some chicks on the side. Like, is he really that kind of person? I doubt he's getting married and the chick's like, "Oh yeah, I can change he's a player, but
it could be. There could be poly. Who knows?
Who knows? Well, yeah, who knows?
And Pat, no, I did not find a fountain in the youth or to shave my damn head. That's all it was.
So it's like we just don't know. Like you're never gonna catch that man slipping where there's like a glimmer of something like give you a hint. You're not.
Yes.
Dirt sheets, interviewers, you're not gonna catch that man slipping. He's going to continue to play this. So we don't know, and TK's not gonna say shit. TK's just gonna be like, "Yeah, when time comes, we'll talk about it then." That's the card's gonna keep playing. He's gonna keep playing that. When we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yes,
but it's not a bridge that he's too much of a fan.
Oh, he's not gonna spoil anything. TK's not gonna spoil anything.
No, he's too much of a fan to let, and too much. This is his baby. He's not gonna let MJF walk out with his title. To his baby, and walk into Stanford with it, because as far as I know, MJF the biggest dickhead in the world when he was showing up Monday Night Raw, a la Rick Rude, with the AEW title around his waist.
Hell, he might even show up with a replica just for the fuck of it.
So exactly,
like, look where I was, everybody.
So we just don't know. That's the wonderful thing about him, because it's like. You try to get you go meet him at Comic-Con, he's still in character.
Yeah, he'll be a dick right then and there.
You meet him at the.
We met him at a wrestling show a couple years ago, and he threw gum at Carl Berg.
I think you can go to attend a funeral with this man. This man will stay in character.
Oh yeah.
Even at a somber moment, he will stay in character. I think he would attend the funerals of his own parents and stay in character.
Oh, his parents hate him, by the way.
His parents do a wonderful job staying in character.
Which is fucking great. Which is fucking great.
They don't hate him. They're Jewish. They don't hate that baby boy.
Not.
But
it's not.
Even got his parents trained.
If you guys ever have a chance,
stay in character.
I forgot who did it. It's on YouTube. Somebody went around and was doing documentaries with a lot of independent wrestlers and stuff. There is the story of Maxwell Jacob Friedman on YouTube. Find it. It's 30 minutes long. I swear to God, it's like something off the ID channel, and it's fucking hilarious. It's MJF in full character telling his story, and god damn it, it's played to a fucking T. But we do got to change some subjects. And there is something that I'm actually very, 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 very happy about. And hold on. Eddie, do you want to say it?
See if I can do it like Rico did.
All right, I'll put it on the screen for you. Hit me with it.
WARGAMES!
Good shit. Not bad. WARGAMES is officially coming to the main roster. And ladies and gentlemen, it's taking over Survivor Series.
Had to be done.
Thank you, Papa H. For years, ladies and gentlemen, let us pray. For years, Bryan has been saying Survivor Series has been nothing but bragging rights. Since 2001, the one thing that I, Bryan, had been praying for was that Survivor Series turned into War Games. Survivor Series was cool, but 2 rings, 1 cage, phenomenal. But no, some grumpy old freaky pervy man said, I didn't create it, I ain't doing it. But his son-in-law, the man who taps the daughter that this man has, finally waited and waited and waited and even showed proof of concept and said, Papa, look, I'm doing it down in NXT. It works. The people like it. Old man said, Then all of a sudden some NDA showed up. The old man is gone. And now Papa H is in control. And what did he say? He said, fuck the bragging rights format of Survivor Series. It's time to bring, Eddie, what is he bringing?
War Games!
Yes! Thank you! Lord, you hear my prayer. If y'all are with me, please give me an amen in the chat. Because goddamn it, like I said, since 2001, the day WWE bought WCW, I said the one thing they need to bring is either the Match Beyond, War Games, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Y'all need it. We're going to do Elimination Chamber. No, nobody wanted Elimination Chamber, which is cool, by the way. I actually do enjoy Elimination Chamber. But War Games. War Games is a fucking spectacle. You know one of the main reasons why Vince did not want War Games? Take a wild guess.
He didn't make it?
Well, besides that, we're going to lose money on floor seats.
Oh, my God.
That was his reasoning behind why he never wanted War Games. And it pisses me the fuck off. You mean to tell me for years we could have been doing this? You mean to tell me we could have had the Shields and the Wyatts doing this shit years ago? We could have had the New Day and the Usos doing this shit years ago? But no, Vince wanted to be a dickhead and hold off on it. But thank you, Papa H. This is why I love this. No, for this one. I love it. I love the fact that we're finally getting War Games on the main roster. Now, here's the real question. Because he said that bragging rights shit's over. It's no longer Raw versus SmackDown. They are straight storylines going into NXT. For those of y'all who've been listening to the podcast for a long period of time, how many times whenever we talk about Survivor Series do I say that? Our rosters are so deep, you don't need Raw versus SmackDown. There are angles that have been put on hold. Teammates that hate each other have to work with each other to have battles. No, fuck that. Give me some heels, give me some faces, let them go to war. They said there's going to be 2 matches. There's going to be a man's match and a woman's match. But let's be honest, the man's match, it's got to be the Bloodline versus somebody. Let's be honest. You got 5 guys on one squad. You got all the Usos, you got the honorary Us, you got the solo Us, and you got the big Us, the head of the table, the tribal chief, whatever the fuck you want to call him. Now it's figuring out who are the other 5 that are going to go in there against.
I mean, does Roman even want to risk going into a cage? Because he looking like he trying to keep it.
Don't care.
Like he trying to keep it safe.
Don't care. Lately. You are the head of the table. You hold 2 titles. If that match is main event, your ass is in there.
I mean, if you go,
you already have a fucking team.
I mean, if you go 20 minutes with Logan Paul, I don't want to see you in the match.
Hell, have him go in last. He can be the last one to enter the cage. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. Roman needs to be in that match.
I wouldn't even go with the Bloodline because at that point, then you already know the Bloodline's going to win.
Not even.
You know they're going to win it.
Honestly,
Roman ain't losing a match, be it multi-man, tag team, singles, whatever it is. Roman is not taking an L in anything until Rock.
But here's the thing: it's not about taking a pinfall. It's about submit or surrender. So somebody else on the Bloodline could take the L, a la Sammy or even a J. So you have a storyline going from there. And what have we been talking about with Roman? Does he need that title for WrestleMania?
No, he needs to lose. He needs to lose at least one of them.
And there's the beginning of the crack in the foundation. The Bloodline is strong. They're strong as hell going into that match. But then a crack finally happens, and then you could start going down.
Everything is saying that Roman's not losing a title until.
And his titles aren't on the line. His titles aren't on the line.
So it's like, it's obvious that it's damage control is going to be in there, and stuff, for the women.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of squaring off the other side.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I do not want to see Alexa Bliss. Asuka I'm okay with, but Bliss, no. She needs to get replaced with somebody else.
That's my other question. What do we do for the women's match? Because that's another 5-on-5.
So they have some fixing to do there and everything. You know. I'm not mad at it. I would have taken this or take it back to the tradition. Have storylines where, people go out and find other teammates.
Yeah,
like
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Like the old school way. You could have worked. The Brawling Brutes have been beating up on one person.
Hell, I do the whole fucking card in War Games. You got that many matches.
They team. You don't want to go traditional 5-on-5. You can go 3-on-3. You can go 4-on-4.
Hell, you could still do a Survivor Series match.
You could do Survivor Series matches. I agree with you. The bragging rights thing was so antiquated and fucking worn out. Okay, that I was willing to take traditional fucking old school Survivor Series with 5-on-5 matches.
Yes.
You have your singles matches with the titles. Still have your storylines and everything. For that day, shut off the whole brand. Stop lying to ourselves. There is no brand split, people.
Yep.
Let's just stop lying to ourselves. To shut that whole shit down.
Yep.
And didn't have to have champion versus champion. Okay, champion versus champion match. No, you could have somebody who's having a feud on Raw. Okay, they keep getting jumped. They get some backup. Traditional 5-on-5.
Hell, I got
4-on-4, 3-on. I don't give a fuck.
Here you go. I could book it right now. Have 4-on-4 Survivor Series matches, right? You can still have your women's War Games match. You still have your men's War Games match, right? Then have a Survivor Series matchup with SmackDown brand. Like you said, you got Imperium. Find a fourth person for that group. You have the Brawling Brutes. Find a fourth person for that group. Boom, there's one match right there. On Raw, you could have Team Miz versus Team Lashley or some shit. Miz gets his crew. Lashley brings back the Hurt Business. Boom, there's 2 Survivor Series matches right there. There you go, WWE. You're welcome. All right. Then you can still have your War Games match, and you can still have your female War Games match, and it's all about who's going to be on which side. And that's where it gets tricky. Hell, I would even do an NXT War Games match. You know what I'm saying? Be like, showcase the young talent of the 3.0. Like, call them up. You got Braun Breaker leading one side. You have fucking, who's the heel right now? Jordan Devlin? Oh, no. Or JD McDonough, as they call him. Whoever you want from their side. Make it a full-on throwback to the old school Survivor Series and keep your War Games as your draw. You know what I'm saying? You can keep the Aura Survivor Series, but just add the War Games as the cherry on top. And you get 2 of them. You get 2 cherries. Boom. Pop them both.
Sorry, I'm distracted by this.
Yeah, we do have Raw on, by the way, for those of you watching.
That promo logo. All it takes is one lucky shot. One. Yeah, he's taking shots from guys 10 times bigger than you, and I'm expected to believe that. One lucky shot from Logan Paul is supposed to take out the head of the table.
Yeah. So, but your thoughts now that War Games is officially here?
I have no complaints about it. They're changing it up. Let's see what the matches are going to be. That's what I'm interested in seeing, how they build this up. I just didn't want to see bragging. It was literally coming down to the point where what was going to be your main event? What was Roman going to have another title defense against somebody? Mm-hmm. Or Roman going to face himself? So you had no world title fucking main event.
Maybe that's why they're doing this in Saudi Arabia.
So
get his one title defense out of the way, and then give him SummerSlam off to do the War Games, if possible.
But let's see how they build it up and everything. Kudos. Mm-hmm. It kind of was, the writing was kind of on the wall. Damn well he was taking that.
I honestly wasn't expecting him to do it so soon. That was my biggest thing. I didn't think it was going to happen.
I wasn't expecting it so soon, but you know that shit was coming back.
Oh yeah.
He was taking that shit out of the 2.0. Like, they don't need to do that down in NXT.
Like, y'all Rainbows don't be doing it right. So, oh shit, the Brawling Brutes are on Raw.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's enough with the brand split thing.
Yeah, fuck that. All right, you ready to piss off the internet again?
Just piss them off.
All right, I'll put it on the screen, and the PWI Top 500 got everybody in their feelings, and goddamn it, I think some people got a valid point on this one. I'm sorry, when it comes to the top 10, the fact that Jon Moxley is not in the top 10 is a fucking travesty. Okay, now I know people are gonna ask, who are you gonna take out of the top 10? Well, I'm not taking Roman out at number 1. I think we can all consensually agree that he was the guy for this year. Whether we like him or not, he was the guy. There's no debate in that one. Okay, Okada at number 2, I'm a little iffy on. And to me, here's my thing with Okada, right? Didn't he lose the title to Jay White during that time period?
I mean, let's be real. It's New Japan. Who the hell else they got? to represent them
Yeah.
on that list.
Yeah, but,
Jay White?
But number 2 on the list, and mind you, you got to remember, Forbidden Door did fall into that time period too.
He literally was he literally is the who's the next New Japan guy on the list?
The next New Japan guy on the list was Jay White at like 20 something, I believe. So
all the way down to 20s.
Yeah.
So let's just be real. Okada is the only guy that deserves to be even in the top 10.
Yes.
So I can understand him getting top 2 because he is New Japan.
Okay, but here's the thing: does he deserve to be top 2 over CM Punk? Now let's talk about the year in which this occurred, because remember there is a criteria, and we're talking from July of last year to June of this year.
Well, if we're talking impact on their
Business.
with their promotion and their business,
Yes.
Okada, because let's face it, they were taking a huge hit when they take a huge hit in Japan when Okada's not on the show.
That is true, yeah.
CM Punk not being on the show, we're proving it doesn't take a huge hit. It's not a huge loss.
But at the same time,
when it comes to impactful, and if you take an impact as a criteria,
yes,
Okada has a bigger impact in his market.
True.
So we have to think about it in there. We can't be looking at it as overall market.
Yes.
Okay. Obviously, we got to take into consideration American market, New Japan market.
Yeah, but then again, at this, when you're talking about the 500 best wrestlers in the world, that's when you start talking about overall market. And this is my thing when it comes to Punk on that, right? Punk's return was the most talked about thing in the world of professional wrestling.
It was the most talked about thing in the U.S., and probably in the U.K.
Yes.
Trust me, in Japan, they don't give 2 squirts of piss about it.
True, but when we talk about the focal point of professional wrestling, unfortunately, it is in America because we are the biggest.
Okada
source.
coming over to the Forbidden Door
was huge. Was huge
worldwide.
It was talked about
worldwide.
worldwide.
Huge in Japan. It was huge here.
But at the same time, when we talk about Forbidden Door, he lost, and he also lost the title right before that. When you look at Punk came in. He had a huge rating, huge views. Everybody was talking about him. He drew huge numbers for AEW. Since he's been there, whether we want to agree with it or not, their pay-per-view buy rates have gone up. When it comes to impact on the business, it was impactful because eyes were being drawn. When it comes to win-loss record, the guy only had 1 loss, and it was to MJF. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when we look at that too, compared to when it comes to, Okada had a couple losses during the year. He had losses in the G1. He also had a big loss in losing his title to Jay White. Then he had the big rematch here in America. He lost that too. So to me, it's like when we could talk about impact and stuff, but when you start breaking down the records, I gotta give.
Do they go off of records though?
They go off. All right. Well, this is the criteria because people were complaining about the criteria when this came up, right? It goes by technical ability. It goes on impact of the business, and most importantly, it goes on win-loss record. So CM Punk's record was, even though it was fewer matches, based on average, he had a way higher average than Okada did. The guy was at over 90% win rate for the year. So it's like, for me, you got to put the two together. And with all due respect to Okada, nobody was really talking about Okada over the past year. And it wasn't his fault. It was New Japan's fault because of what was going on. But nobody last year was really giving a damn about Okada. But everybody and their mama was talking about CM Punk.
They also got to take into consideration that we don't know how much that people could have been talking about Okada because Japan is just now allowing their fans to take off their masks.
Yep, and they just start cheering. Yeah, they could just start cheering.
Now, they just now are letting them go from quietly to being able to make noise.
Yes.
And stuff. So it's like over there in Japan, they have been more strict and stuff. They have been more, especially with their big names. Like, I'm not really too comfortable with letting you go over there and stuff like that. So for a large chunk of time, TK was fighting to get Okada and get those big names over here.
He had to send Archer over for the G1.
Japan was the one that was hesitant because of the fact that their protocols for everything was, okay, you coming back now, you gotta go on lockdown and stuff. We can't use you over here for a couple of weeks and stuff like that. So Japan was thinking about their market and stuff like that. So I can see where Japan was coming from. So taking that into consideration and everything, it's not really fair on New Japan's part because everybody knows it's not a secret.
Yeah.
TK was trying for a long time to start building a relationship with New Japan. and it was just.
It was just being held back.
Yeah, it was the Corona thing and all that stuff, and then he finally got to do his Forbidden Door and all that shit. But I just can't agree. Like, yes, Punk was being talked about more and everything, and I think it was just more of the fact that people were just waiting for so goddamn long for him to return and stuff. Because let's face it, leading up to Punk having that meltdown and going ham on the mic, people were starting to sour the fuck out of CM Punk.
They were.
They were starting to turn. The fickle fans were starting to revert back to, oh man, I'm so sick of seeing him. Okada don't get that kind of shit.
No, not at all.
Not at all. Okay? So overall, like when Okada comes over here, when Okada makes an appearance in the US, it's a big deal.
Yes.
If Punk was to make an appearance in Japan,
we don't know.
It would be marketed as a big deal here.
Yeah.
And everything.
But we wouldn't know.
But the people, I feel in Japan, they would be like, they would pop because there's another famous guy Jin coming over there. But trust me, they would not be happy if their Lord and Savior Okada was jobbing out to a CM Punk.
True. All right.
So I can see why Okada got it. Okada's carrying New Japan.
Agree.
CM Punk, for as much as people say, oh well, he raised some numbers and this and that, he wasn't carrying AEW.
Yes.
As much as he wants to believe in his head that he was.
It was the whole promotion. The promotion itself holds itself.
The promotion itself was carrying itself.
Yes. He was just a cherry on top.
Yeah. CM Punk wasn't carrying the promotion and everything. I can't say that because New Japan took a big hit. As much as people say, oh, Jay White was a great champion. New Japan was taking a hit for that. Okay? The Japanese want to see their stars on top. They don't mind every now and then you letting somebody else get their shine, but don't try to sell them on that's going to be the new carrier of the company. Because you saw how fast that they tried to make AJ Styles to be that one. They soured quickly in Japan.
Yeah, they had to turn him heel. Okay?
They tried to make Jay White that focal point to carry the company. It didn't work.
Yeah.
They had to go right back to Okada.
But at the same time, it's still crazy to say, and this is where another thing where I kind of take it against Okada, his record against Jay White. Jay White has a winning record against him, 4-1.
MJF has a winning record against CM Punk.
No, they're 1-1. Yeah, Punk got the win back after. All right, well, speaking of souring on people, number 4 was Hangman Page. Does he deserve to be up there? After the year he had, winning the world title, going on a long run, holding it until Punk.
Top 5, no. Top 10, yes.
Okay.
Top 5, no. Because I love Hangman, but he like I said, he's one of those people that to chase.
Yes.
Him chasing.
I gotta look up the photo. Of
him chasing the story. He's fallen into that category of somebody. The story's more compelling when he's chasing the title than when he is champion.
Okay.
After him winning the title, people were like, and he was putting on good matches.
Yeah, phenomenal
great matches. But people were like, oh, he's having matches against this, bro. Oh, he's not having. Oh, why isn't he having a match against this? It was the fact that the fickle fan base also didn't like the matches he was having with who he was having.
And here's the other thing when it comes to the criteria, right? And I forgot to mention this: quality of opponent. Hangman did have some good quality opponents.
Yeah, he did have some good quality opponents.
So I could see him being in the top 5. And speaking of number 5, a guy that we saw a little while ago, Bobby Lashley. World title reign, got a win over Brock Lesnar during this year. And not many people can say that. He got a clean win over Brock. Held the U.S. title. Bobby had a phenomenal year. Him being in the top 5, I'm not against it.
In all fairness to Bobby, he's had a phenomenal year. It's just I wouldn't have put him on... it's the shit booking he's been. It's the shit story. It's the shit booking. The shit way he's been.
But at the same time,
been featured.
But his wins have been great.
If Papa H was in charge the whole time, I wouldn't be saying this.
Yeah.
Because we know Bobby Lashley would have been better off.
Yeah.
It was like
it's like what they're doing with him right now.
He had wins and stuff, but just some of those feuds were like, oh, why are you doing this to Lashley?
True. Feuds were ass.
Yeah. So it was like. My only gripe was the man that was in charge at the time was not doing him any justice.
But he did keep him strong. He kept him strong. All
But
right.
he had really no choice there because he would have definitely had a fucking pitchforks and torches.
All right, so here's the bottom half of the top 10, and this is where I'm talking about when it comes to Moxley. Some of these names we can throw around. Number 6 was Cody Rhodes. Nothing against Cody. I think he's perfect where he is.
I don't see why is he in top 10.
His time in AEW holding the TV title.
He was never world champion.
No, he wasn't world champion, but he had credit. He had good matches. He won the TNT title. He had a phenomenal match with Sammy.
He won the title that was made for him.
He had a huge moment at WrestleMania, re-debuting against Seth Rollins, and had 3 phenomenal matches with Rollins prior to him getting injured, or 2 phenomenal matches with Rollins prior to getting injured. They were all high profile, and Cody was another person, a name that a lot of us talked about. There was a lot of speculation with the guy. His name was on the tip of everybody's tongue. For him to be number 6, I'm interested to see where we would rank Moxley when we're done with this top 10, but Cody where he is right now, I'm okay with.
Give me 10.
Okay. Number 7, Bryan Danielson.
I love Danielson. They really took impactfulness into the equation for him.
And strength of opponents. You got to remember, starting off with Kenny, then going.
They literally took the impact.
Yeah.
Because, yes, Moxley had the same strength of opponents as Danielson.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Moxley had the same strength of opponents, and he's not top 10.
And that's what I'm saying. When we talk about Moxley,
Danielson definitely was put there because his name. It's just the fact that wherever he goes, he is an impact.
Yeah, he's an impact player. All right, number 8. Here we go. Now we're going to get to the bottom half of this top 10. This is where it gets interesting. El Hilo del, I believe it's Viking from Mexico.
El Hilo del Viquino.
Yeah, from Mexico. I don't follow his work, but
I've seen a few.
all the reports, he's really, really good.
I've seen some clips. I've seen some stuff of his. He's a sick little fucking Mexican man down.
Yes.
I don't know. I understand how you do like a 780, 1020 fucking moonsault off a second rope, but this man can somehow pull that off.
Yes.
He can rotate more than Tony Hawk can ever dream about, and do it off of fucking jumping off of 2 feet high.
All right.
I don't understand how he does it, but somehow the man learned how to fly and defy gravity. But as that's another guy outside of Mexico. Who the fuck knows him?
And that's where and this is where I'm gonna give you the Okada treatment when it comes to him. It like where he's from, he's huge. So for that reason, I respect his representation in the top 10. Because just like Okada, even though a lot of people here in America,
if he comes here,
yeah,
nobody knows him. Okada comes here,
people
everybody
know.
him.
And that's why I said where he's placed, I understand why he's below. Number 9 is Big E. Because he had a world title run, he cashed in his money in the bank, he had a nice little run. Unfortunately, then he got injured and missed the rest of the year. You missed 9 months out of this quote-unquote calendar year for this award, and you're in the top 10?
That was a fan service, I'm sorry to say.
That is iffy.
I love Big E. His title, him cashing in and winning should have been better, in my opinion. They just
He held the belt for a while.
They did it to pop a rating
Yep.
when they should have done it at a bigger stage, WrestleMania.
Yeah.
To solidify him, and he had a nice lengthy world title run. Was it the best? I would say it was like kind of on par with the Hangman's, where it was like people were like,
it's getting boring.
It's a good match,
but
but I don't like the guy he's facing. He could face a better opponent.
Yes.
Or the story could be better. Or, it was the same arguments that you had with Hangman.
Yeah.
It's like, this kind of feels rushed. Oh, this is just...
Yes.
And he kind of had that same treatment where some matches were like, some feuds were like felt kind of rushed, or it's just slapped together.
Yeah, the whole thing with him and Drew.
Yeah,
and all that stuff.
just to get him through things and stuff like that, and get him to the next one and stuff. But like you said, he missed a lot of time and everything. So I don't.
It's hard to justify.
Top 10, no.
It's hard to justify that.
Top 10, no.
And then number 10, and this is where a lot of the real debate begins, Jonathan Gresham.
No, over Moxley? You're going to tell me that Jonathan Gresham deserves to be in the top 10, but Moxley don't. Somebody argue to me that that's a good choice.
I'll give you his best stats. During this time period, he was pure champion. He lost the belt. And then he ended up becoming ROH World Champion. The day he becomes ROH World Champion, company folds.
He
Okay.
defended the belt in indie shows, which nobody gave two squirts of piss about.
And I was at one of them.
There
You know
was
what I'm
no
saying?
there was no impactful buzz.
He started his own
Jonathan
promotion.
Gresham was defending the Ring of Honor title at this show.
He started his own promotion and did 2 shows that I know of. I don't know. I honestly don't know anything more than. I didn't even know when the second show happened.
Even his own promotion?
Yeah, he started
Because
Terminus, but
they're running shows everywhere else, and there's no mention of
Gresham.
Gresham.
Yeah. So, and then he comes back, he wins the world title, and he fucks himself, or he loses his world title and fucks himself over with the fans and with the company, and the guy had asked to be fired.
And has done
Nothing.
since.
No buzz about Jonathan Gresham.
Nothing. So I don't even understand, because he was a champion. He was a champion of a defunct company.
Yeah.
That's like putting Moose in #1 when he was walking around with the TNA title.
Yeah.
Saying, he was a champion. But he was a champion of a defunct belt.
Yeah.
And that's what Jonathan Gresham was.
Yeah.
So you're making him, you're going to put him in top 10, number 10, but Moxley, who carried a fucking company, okay, who was champion, who became impact. When he went to GCW, people tuned in. People brought the pay-per-view to watch the GCW.
Yes.
Because he was impactful. He was a name.
Yes.
People wanted to see him. When he left, people were sad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Jonathan Gresham left. Nobody shedded a tear.
Nobody cares.
So that right there, I call bullshit on.
And I'll say this because Moxley is number 12, but number 11, we're gonna give him some love, even though I don't think he should be that high because again, I didn't follow New Japan as closely. Shingo Takagi, I believe he's a top 10 talent over there. Definitely a top 10 in New Japan.
He had a mediocre title run.
Yeah.
With that Transformer belt.
Yeah.
That nobody remembers. Hell, I didn't even know. I thought the whole time he was champion, Jay White was still champion.
Yeah.
I didn't find out till I think Gabe said something online one day.
Yeah, that he was world champion.
And I was like, wait, what? And I had to look it up real quick. I was like, when the fuck did that happen?
Yeah.
He literally had a title run that nobody remembers.
Yeah.
So,
but he did win a world title, so for that, I get that, but
he's also another guy that in Japan he is a god.
Yes.
But he's not Okada because if he comes to the US, only
like people popped for him during Forbidden Door, but nobody talks about the match.
But and then we also got to take consideration where Forbidden Door was taking place.
True.
That's a Mark City.
Yes.
Okay, of course they pop for the New Japan guys. That's a Mark City.
Yes.
Okay, let's do this in a non-Mark City.
And see what the reaction
will
would
still pop for the Rainmaker.
Yeah.
Shingo might get a
nice little spattering.
Who are you again? Kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like it would be up to the promotion to make sure to let you know who the fuck this guy is before he comes out. Because if they don't do that, crickets.
Yes.
You hear that coin drop and be like, oh shit!
It's Okada. It's the truth.
So, and then you put him above Moxley.
Yeah. Now and
Moxley can go to Japan and people know who the fuck he is.
Now let's get into Moxley because this is where the conversation gets really interesting, right? What were the things that I were talking about for criteria? I said credible opponents, impact on the business, influence on the business, and of course win-loss record. Eddie, quick question: since Jon Moxley came back from his sabbatical, right? And I'm not counting the loss to CM Punk. How many matches did Jon Moxley lose? Across AEW, across New Japan, and across GCW. How many matches has Jon Moxley lost?
Did he lose a fucking match?
Exactly. He didn't lose a fucking match all year long.
He didn't lose until All Out.
Yeah, and that was past the time period because it was in August. So explain to me how a guy over 3 different promotions does not lose the entire year, holds a world championship, who's
still holding a world championship for an indie promotion.
Yeah. And currently is in the finals of a world title match, even though, yes, I understand the criteria is over. How does this man not be in the top 10?
I don't understand that one. Like I said, I don't understand how he got shafted out of top 10.
I don't as well. I'm completely lost. And here's another name that a lot of people were throwing out there.
If anything, he should have been too.
It's a good conversation.
He should have been too. Because we talk about Okada has that reach across the pond. Mm-hmm. Moxley also has said reach across the pond.
Yeah.
and stuff. When Moxley shows up for a New Japan show, the Japanese know who the hell he is.
Death Rider.
He's built his name up over there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you could have gone with Moxley at 2 and Okada at 3 if you wanted to go that route.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand why you were making Roman number 1. Okay, he held the title for the whole fucking time. Okay, so if you go off just criteria of title and win-loss records, he has to be number 1.
That's what I'm saying.
So it's like, if you're going off that criteria, there's no arguing. Okay, you can make an argument out of pure hate. I can make an argument out of pure fucking hate. But if you're going to give me the criterias, I can't make an argument out of it, because if I gotta be unbiased and go by the criterias, win-loss record, impact, and title. So you gotta hit him number 1. Moxley is a strong number 2.
I agree.
And I would feel that,
Is he definitely top 5 for you?
Yes. I don't understand how he's not top 5.
Yeah.
Like, you Gresham over him?
That's what I'm saying. And here's really quick, right?
Shingo over him. No disrespect to
Shingo. That's what I'm saying.
But what the fuck?
But he held a major world title. With all due respect to GCW, the New Japan World Championship is a major world title. So for that, I understand. Notable names, because a lot of people
Even
were
the Japanese don't recognize that fucking Transformer belt.
A lot of people were giving hate because Seth Rollins was at 17. Seth Rollins is perfectly fine at 17 because A, he's a phenomenal character, but the second half of this year, what did he do?
Yeah, if you're going off criteria, he took L's after L's after L's.
So where he is, I'm okay with.
Yeah, so that one's because of circumstances.
All right, Kenny Omega at 19. I do not agree with that.
I don't agree with that neither, because Kenny was gone.
Yeah. He lost he was champion at the beginning of this criteria. He was holding all 3 belts, which does give him some power. But he missed 274 days.
Was the beginning of the criteria? Was the beginning of the thing? What, June?
It's the beginning of July 1st.
Last year.
Yeah. So he lost to Hangman in what, November?
Yeah. So for about maybe 3-4 months.
Yeah.
He was belt collecting.
Yeah.
So
for that I give him the power, but at the same time he missed 270 something days.
And
you just came back.
He wasn't undefeated because he took L's.
Yeah, he took losses.
It was in multi-man matches and stuff like that.
Yeah, the whole thing with Christian and all that shit.
So he took L's. So he wasn't undefeated. So I love Kenny, but
it's kind of high.
All right. Once again, unbiased, going off the criterias.
Okay. Now, again, unbiased, going off of the criteria. Who did I say was going to have a great 2022? Matt Cardona was number 13 on this list. Eddie, tell me why he shouldn't be number 13. Please tell me why he shouldn't be number 13.
Why he shouldn't be number 13?
Yes.
Because the only impact he's made has been on fucking in the indies.
And on the indies, he's already made more money in 1 year than he did in his entire WWE career.
How do we know that? To be factual truth, have you seen his finances?
I haven't checked his finances, but based on what he's doing, T-shirt sales, figure sales, winning world championship after world championship, at one point holding 7 different independent championships at one time.
Okay, we'll go off impactful.
Okay. He rebuilt himself as a king of the indies.
He rebuilt himself, yes, but if he was to show up in a major promotion on television,
he would get a pop.
People would be indifferent and sour quickly.
I'll say this, right?
In the indies, he was impactful because of the fact it's the indies, and it's not really that hard to be impactful, especially if you already have a name.
True.
So all he did was, instead of trying to go and be nicely nice with everybody, he just went out there and was like, fuck you all. Yeah. He tried to be the face at the beginning, and people weren't trying to hear that shit. Because he had run his course as that woo face.
Yes.
And so he saw the writing on the wall. Okay, I gotta take this shit I'm getting and run with it.
And I'll pause you right there, because you remember when he showed up in AEW and helped out Cody? Nobody gave a shit, right? Then, like you said, he went out on the indies, and then he realized, holy shit, I gotta flip the switch. He became one of the top heels in the business. You remember what happened when he went to GCW and fought Nick Gage? Remember how bloody he walked in wearing all white? And then he left, he was scarred the fuck up, cut the fuck up. He earned their respect. He went out and held the GCW title. Hell, don't forget, he was the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion. And who did he beat? Nick Oh, I'm sorry, Trevor Murdoch, a guy who defeated Nick Aldis. By the way, disrespectful placement on this list. I don't have the number in front of me, but he's really disrespected on this list.
But
holds the world title and only gave it up due to injury. He did not lose that championship.
The one hang up on that is that he didn't do anything for these promotions. NWA is still where it is.
Well, NWA, you got to remember what happened with NWA.
Even when he won the title, there was still no buzz. There was still no impact. People weren't like, "Oh my God, Matt Cardona's holding the NWA title."
Well, people were talking about
Kenny won the Impact title. People were like, "Holy shit, Kenny won the Impact title."
Well, yes, but you got to remember too, when Cardona won that title in the NWA, that's when they were on a paywall. They were on Fight TV, so it was impossible unless you were going to spend the money to go see it. And trust us, none of us were going to go see it. And they just came back on the YouTube, and their new YouTube numbers are starting to regrow again.
And you can say that even when he won indie titles. When Moxley won the GCW title, people still got GCW in their mouths.
Yeah. Oh, well, Cardona did too for a bit.
When Cardona won it, people only had it in their mouths because they literally loathed him and wanted to see him die because he was the opposite. Moxley is GCW.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm not comparing even though, mind you, Cardona's ranked one below Moxley, and we can all agree Moxley deserves to be way higher.
Way higher.
So I'm not comparing the two of them together. But what I'm saying is
would I put him Matt Cardona that high? No, he's definitely top 20.
Yes.
Okay, but one below, like that.
But that's what I'm saying.
Now you're disrespecting Moxley.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, because we all know the disrespect for Moxley is there. Moxley should be top 5, if not top 3. Okay, but when I'm talking about Cardona being at 13 for the year that he had, from leaving WWE as a guy that nobody gave a fuck about to going all over the independents, he worked his fucking ass off. He's always been a king at social media.
Yeah, he knew how to market himself.
He knows how to market himself. He's made a shit ton of money this year doing it his way. I can't deny the fact that he should be at number 13 because the guy worked his fucking ass off. And anytime something with Cardona big happens, people are talking about it. Like, there's something going on with him right now.
If I go off criteria, he has a worse loss record than fucking Moxley, and he's 13.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Like, he top 20, I'll give you.
Yeah.
But that high up, and then right below Moxley, you're telling me that...
That's disrespectful.
That is like... he's a little too high for me.
Yeah.
Okay, top 20, I'll give you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But as far... Because he loses... Title runs, if you count that in there, okay, that gives him a little bump there. Impact kind of gives him a little bump there and stuff like that. But as far as everything else, it's like once he got hurt and lost the belt and went to go heal, nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah.
Moxley went off on sabbatical to go rehab. People were legit worried. People were like, oh, we hope he comes back. Okada Japan, when he got hurt and had the sideline for a little while, people were legit like, oh, it was Okada. You know, even when the rumors of him having his kid, he might not make Forbidden Door.
Yep.
People were ready to, I want my money back.
Yeah.
If Okada's not going to be here, I want my money back. Okay? So it was to the point where TK was like, I got you on a private jet. Don't worry. The doctors will hold that motherfucker in for you.
Yep.
Okay? They got a plug up there.
Yep.
They'll pull that bitch the second you get there.
Like, wham, wham, oh, hold it. All right, now it's time to go. Whoop.
Like,
hop on the plane.
That's how it was set up. So, if I go off the criteria, he earns a top 20, but not that high up.
Okay.
You know, especially if you're going to have him sitting right below somebody who should be in top 10.
And that's the thing that really bothered me is because, and this is where, like I said, we had to bring the Moxley conversation.
And it's like you got Gresham above him.
And that's the thing. Do you put Cardona over Gresham?
Yes. Okay. Gresham wouldn't even be in the top 20 for me.
I agree.
Okay, he wouldn't even be top 20 for me. Like, there's no buzz. Like, Cardona at least makes a buzz for himself.
Yeah.
For his matches. Gresham was having matches in the indies. Was he cutting promos on social media? Was he trying to get any buzz for said match? No, it was just somebody announced the match and everything. You see a graphic, and that's it.
Yeah.
And you expect me to, Jonathan Gresham, the octopus. Okay, it's a phenomenal wrestler, but what is he doing?
He's got no heat behind him.
To get me to tune in. Is there any heat here?
Nope.
At least Cardona, when he's setting up a match with somebody in the indies, he is drawing some heat.
Yeah.
Whether it's cut a promo on that character or do something heelish.
Like, remember the whole thing with him and Trevor Murdoch? He buried the NWA. He's like, yo, y'all are a promotion, And I got 2 million Twitter followers. Y'all barely got 100,000. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And he was doing his job
to promote it. He was promoting it every week. Hell, right now, him and Bully Ray are going at it. They're going to have a death match at the ECW arena. The storyline's been building up on Busted Open. Cardona's calling in, talking shit. If you go on Cardona and Bully's Twitter, they've been going back and forth at each other for a ton of times. Thank you, Dominique. Nick Aldis was 60, which I think is disrespectful. But they've been going back and forth on Twitter for months now. You know what I'm saying? And then Bully confronted him at NWA. Fucking, now they're calling into Busted Open. Hell, Matt Cardona had to do a press release today during Busted Open talking shit about how Bully treated me bad and like he big time me. He doesn't look me in the eyes when he shakes my hand. You know, he's trying to give me a receipt for some bullshit. And then Bully tells a story about how Cardona broke his nose 7 years ago. And he's like, I tried to keep it nice with him, but this motherfucker wants to talk shit and think he's a tough motherfucker. We're going to see what happens at the ECW arena when I walk in the ring and tell him I'm not taking your finish. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Cardona's doing the legwork to make sure that
shit gets sold.
Shit gets sold.
And that's why I'm like, for 13, I can't hate on the dude.
And like Gresham being over him is also a disrespect. It's like Gresham shouldn't be top 20.
Yeah.
Okay. Gresham should be 60. Nick Aldis should be a little higher up.
Hell, Nick Aldis should be up there, like I said.
But there's also a situation with Nick Aldis.
That's fucked up, by the way. Billy Corgan, you're fucking Nick Aldis. I'm telling you right now.
But it's like,
keep playing these games. That man will show up on one of the shit. Don't let Papa H get a hold of him now.
I don't think he would. I don't even think he would touch that. You have to.
I still don't know what. I know there's some beef there. I know there's some black. I need to learn the history of what's going on.
He has bad blood with Bruce Pritchard. He has bad blood with Bruce.
Well,
Pritchard.
when Bruce is gone, Triple H can make his new version of himself.
Bruce has gone in on talking a lot of shit before Bruce came back when he was doing his podcast with Conrad and everything. And he has a legit beef with Bruce Pritchard.
Okay.
And stuff like that. So that's why WWE was never an option when Bruce was around because he didn't want to do that. And then on top of that, the way they did his wife, Mickey, that also set him off. And stuff with the old man. Triple H might have a chance and everything, but I think TK is a front runner on that. If he ever said, I want to show up on a TV promotion.
I'll tell you right now, I'm not gonna lie, and I'll say this from the jump. In TNA, I was not a Magnus fan. Once he became Nick Aldis, it like the switch flipped for me. It was like, this dude is fucking perfect. He reminds me of, and it's crazy to say this because he kind of did the same thing. He reminds me of a new age Ric Flair mixed with Triple H. He got that prestigious look. He looks great in a suit and tie. He presents that fucking world title. Yeah. He's got the build of Triple H. He can go in the ring. Like, you can legit... It doesn't matter. I don't know which... I honestly rather see... I can't believe I'm saying this. I'd rather see him come to WWE because I can see... Like, you know how we talk about Vince was stone cold in its like in his inception of the character or whatever? Like, Vince always saw himself as Steve Austin. I can see Triple H replaying his career through Nick Aldis. And we all know Nick would bring him the real World Heavyweight Championship. So, you know what I mean? Like, so that's a toss-up. Really quick, question. Do you want to do this week, or do you want to save this for when Kyle comes?
Save it when Kyle comes.
We'll save this for when Kyle comes?
Yeah, if he stops grieving.
Yeah, I know. Oh, poor NXT. You should see how he feels about Grayson Waller. All right.
I'm saying he's got a fat head of fucking Von Wagner.
And that's a fat head. That's three-dimensional. That pops out like this far.
You know, it was supposed to be for one of his boys, but he's so in love with 2.0 that he kept it for himself. Told him that it never came in the mail.
You have no idea how many times this man has said "to the moon," and his kids. His kids love "to the moon." By the way. Shout out to the kids. But all right, but yeah, we'll save this for next week. But you know what I'll do? I'll hype it up now since I didn't really hype it up during the week. First of all, shout out to Wrestling is Trash, Nick Andicelli, Dan Dankins, and Lou from the BX. And shout out on TikTok, if y'all are wrestling fans on TikTok, look up Light Skin Guy Jin. Guy has some really good content. Last week they actually did a NFL draft style or NFL style draft and drafted a football team full of WWE superstars that were currently active. If you guys haven't checked it out, look it up. It's called Gridiron Games. I will post it in the comment section here, and I would also post it in the comment section on the UWO page. Give that a listen. I hit up Dan after listening to the show. I loved it, and I wasn't trying to fully jack his idea, but I hit him up. I said, yo, would y'all be interested if the UWO did a counter so that way we can have a quote unquote gridiron match. And I asked if we could use a Forbidden Door team, and he agreed to it.
Which ain't really fair.
Which really isn't fair.
You gave us way too. Like I'm sitting there scrolling through rosters, and I'm like, I can make a team out of AEW's roster alone.
But that's the thing; they're actually going to be doing an AEW football roster. Okay, that's why I told them I was like, we'll open it up to other people and other teams. And
then you want to say, oh yeah, you can use Impact, New Japan. Like that's not fair. Like I just look at a certain.
Wait, Kyle, is that true? He said Lash Legend is gone. See, the video is paying memory. I told y'all.
We're never gonna get Kyle back now. Lash Legend.
Now he's gonna cry over Lash Legend. But they did design a football team. It's actually a really good team. So if y'all get a chance to listen to that episode, trust me, it's worth the listen. But we actually had everything set up here. But we are gonna wait till Kyle comes back for us to draft our team. So hopefully next week, Kyle, if you show up, if you're able to make it, we will have a UWO Forbidden Door football team, which spans from All Elite Wrestling, Impact Wrestling, AAA in Mexico, and New Japan Pro Wrestling. So we will draft our football team. We'll be putting people in positions.
Which ain't fair, man.
What's going on, Nick? Which really isn't fair, because trust me, your team is going to get shut down,
dude. Some of the names I can use for the line.
Yeah.
It's just not fair. We got brick walls.
Oh, we have pit bulls.
Not even that. Like, there are certain names that whoever we put at quarterback won't get touched.
Yeah.
And if you manage to get through them, it's because you came through with a bulldozer.
Yeah.
There's some walls.
Yeah, our squad's gonna run through y'all. And y'all, and don't get me wrong, they got Montez Ford and Mello as cornerbacks and safeties. Yeah, we gonna destroy that. We gonna destroy that. Kyle, don't play with my heart like that. You know, if Lash Legend was gone, I'd throw a party. But yeah, we will save that for next week's episode. So hopefully Kyle is here.
Yes, Nick, we have seen these White Rabbit hints and everything. Okay, everybody is.
Don't even know the song, by the way. Just saying.
I am not getting my hopes up on Bray Wyatt. I'm not doing this again. I'm done doing this. If it's Bray Wyatt,
good. If not,
when I see Wyndham Rotunda standing in the middle of that ring and a fucking creepy ass scaring my fucking kids to not sleeping that night mask.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to take. It is a great song. Oh no, it is a great song. It's definitely a great song.
I'll have to put it on my Spotify.
It's definitely a great song to listen to if you're a little psychedelic.
In other words, in about 25 minutes.
But apparently, this is also a song that could tie in with Karrion Kross because he had the White Rabbit gimmick down in Mexico and stuff like that, and it's something that So there's so many avenues. The main avenue people focusing on, it's Bray Wyatt. Even the guy who made Bray Wyatt's Fiend mask unveiled another mask that he made.
Okay.
That looks freaky as fuck.
I haven't seen it yet. Please send it to me because I want to see it.
Okay, I gotta find it again, but it looks fucking amazing. It looks freaky. I would buy this for Halloween. It's better than the Fiend mask, I personally think.
I'm not gonna lie. I actually really like the Fiend mask.
But until I see this man standing there, I'm not doing it no more.
Yeah.
Not doing it no more.
Don't care about the hype.
I'm not doing a CM Punk spending 8 years waiting for a man to return, and he doesn't return, or if he does, shit goes. Not getting my hopes up no more. I got my hopes up about the Rainbow, and look what happened to that.
Yeah, and really quick, shout out to the homegirl Nicole Matala who was in the chat earlier.
I have seen him. The mask is great. I gotta find that for you.
I want to see that. Shout out to the homie Nicole Matala, who's 2-0 in Canada now. And New World Wrestling Extreme will be in Woonsocket this coming weekend. And we are officially getting the ECW Impact WWE superstar known as Rhino. So Rhino will be in the building this coming weekend. I'm going to be there. I got to make a stop, show love to the people. Shout out to James Allen.
Ronaldo, Impact never capitalized on Magnus.
Yeah, they never did.
They never really did.
Until the very end, which didn't make sense to me.
It was only, that main event Mafia thing and everything right at the end and all that shit. And they really they pigeonholed him with all the...
It was like him, Rob Terry, Doug Williams and stuff for a while. The British Invasion.
Like, they never really, focused on him or anything. Like, he was always solid. And he was always that guy that's like, all right.
They never made him feel special.
When is he going to break through?
Yeah.
It was always that guy that you see him and it's like, okay, this could lead to finally him being the main eventer. No.
Nope.
And then, okay, this looks like it's going to lead to a main event. No. And to tell you the truth, I think that was around the Bruce Pritchard time as well.
Yeah, it was.
And that could have been a Bruce Pritchard thing right there, holding him back, and that could have been the fuse. That could have been the spark right there to the fuse of why these two got beef. Who knows? And everything, but it's just something about TNA just never struck with him for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why. He wasn't injury prone to my knowledge.
No, he was always in good shape.
He was phenomenal fucking shape.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Still to this day, he looks great.
Phenomenal fucking wrestler. Like, he put on great matches. I never, nothing that, memorable, but nothing that you would be like, oh, that was trash. No, you always count him to put on a quality match and a quality TV match and everything. So it's just something about they just never went for it.
Yeah. It was just weird. Oh, and really quick, before we forget, shout out to the boys at Pop Stew. We didn't have a chance to talk about this at the beginning of the show, but Aaron Ferguson and Stu Burt came down from Buffalo. We saw them this past weekend at the Free Play over here. It was really nice seeing y'all, finally meeting y'all in person, and we are going to Buffalo, and I don't give a fuck what y'all say. I'm bringing my Patriots to get with me. Say something. I don't give a shit. I'm bringing my shit.
Hey, Kyle, you want to go do a table?
Go check out Bill's Mafia.
Unless we get Carl to come and then we can and I can put Carl through a table and reminisce about the old days. Carl knows.
Hey, you know something? We could be the worst in our division, but we got to win yesterday. Our team got to win. Kyle, did your team get a win yesterday? Just asking. Did your team get a win yesterday? Since you're not here to defend yourself. But all right, but let's wrap this up.
Still waiting for Kyle to answer.
Yeah, Kyle, I'm still waiting for you to answer. Really quick, before we go, thank you to everybody who's watching the show live. Thank you for all the people who have been tuning in when we're not live. Thank you for checking us out. Please give us a subscribe. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, if you enjoy what we do. Anything you want to say, Eddie, before we go?
No.
Okay. Question, should we run it back one more time before we leave? For everybody here.
So hard.
All right, we're gonna end the show on a somber note.
Say goodbye.
If y'all weren't here for the beginning, we're gonna play this for you again.
To the rainbow.
All right, R.I.P. to NXT 2.0, and we will catch y'all next week.
Fuck you, Quincy Elliott.
How do I say goodbye to what we had? The good time that made us laugh, outweigh them bad. I thought we'd get to see forever, but forever's gone away. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. I don't know where this road is going to lead. All I know is where we've been and what we've been through. If we get to see tomorrow, I hope it's worth all the pain. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. And I'll take with me the memories to be my sunshine after the rain. It's so hard to say goodbye